Since the beginning of the United States have been involved in too many conflicts. One of them was World War II. That conflict is about we are going to talk in this, I don't know how long this video will take, but we will talk about the Second World War. I would say just World WW2, or well, like that, a conflict, the World War II. Well, I will only talk about the Europe and North African front because if I talk about the Asian and Oceania, well, just Asia, it will take too long. Like I don't know, too long. So I will only talk about the European and North African front. It all started in 1933 when Hitler became the Chancellor of Germany. After the death of I don't remember the name of the king. I will put it right away. Well,
Actually, his name was
Hitler
Hindenburg.
tried to improve the infrastructure of Germany, building building roads, railroads, more airports, making Germany more united, and making a lot of propaganda. It also hosted the Olympic Games in 1936. And actually, the main goal of that Olympic Games were to show the German supremacy, but they didn't do it so well. So it actually was like a failure for German Reich. Actually, the official name of what it was the Third German Reich. Well, then in 1938, Germany annexes Austria, the so famous Anschluss. Well, that name is the Union of Austria and Germany. Then, some months after that, German won the Sudetenland. That is a Czechoslovakian territory that have a German minority. Well, Germany doesn't want actually the German minority to become back to German. They want the mines, the resources of that area that were too many because Germany had not much resources like other countries like France and United Kingdom. They had colonies. Germany lost their colonies in World War I. Then, but the problem was that England doesn't want to let the Germans have the Sudetenland. But Germany wanted, and they were going to fight again another world war, another great war. That was the name of the first world war. Another great war. But they like people, like humans, talk about it in the Munich conference that the French president, the England president, Benito Mussolini, and Adolf Hitler were there. Well, the England president was Chamberlain. Actually, Benito Mussolini was like the neutral guy, but obviously he was with Adolf Hitler. But the case is that Germans win the man. He owns the Sudetenland. He gained the Sudetenland, but they make a promise with both France and England. That was the last German territory to be reintegrated. What I'm talking about that if Germany takes other territory from other country, England will declare war. But some months after the Sudetenland crisis, Germany annexes all of Czechoslovakia in 1938. For some reason, England and France don't take any actions. Just stay like hide in the bushes. Like I don't want to fight with German. They're too strong right now. I don't want another great war. But they didn't do nothing. And in 1939, the tension escalates. Germany starts like trying to annex Danzig. Danzig was a Poland territory. Actually, it was Germany in the Treaty of Versailles were divided into two. Germany and East Prussia. Why did they do that actually? So like they? Bad German, Germany. But Germany won that territory. They say that they were that was the last one for all. But in the 1st of September 1939, Germans clothed with Polish uniform attacked a German radio station, and there was I don't know what to say in English, a falsa bandera attack to like have some reason to invade Poland. And Germany, Hitler think that for that England and France would not die for dancing, but well, they did it. After Germany invaded Poland 3 days after the German invasion of Poland, England and France declared war on the 3rd of September 1939 to the German Reich. But it was too late actually, because Germany has developed a brilliant strategy, the Blitzkrieg. That's a combination between the Panzerkampfwagen, the German tanks, that's German, how the Germans call them, Panzerkampfwagen, with their air superiority, the new planes. Actually, after the Treaty of Versailles, Germany, the treaty says that Germany can't have a air force, but Germany do it, and actually build the strongest air force at that time. With anybody Poland like with 1,200 planes, and Polish have like 300 old planes, like interwar planes, and Germany also proved that plane. They tested that planes, their new planes and new tanks and new doctrines in the Spanish Civil War, the head of Franco. Actually, without the German and Italian assist in the Spanish Civil War, Franco will never win. Will never win the Civil War with the Republic and Spain. Then after that, the Wehrmacht, the German army, the Wehrmacht, reached Warsaw, the capital of Poland, and the next point. But before that, two weeks after German invasion of Poland, the Soviets declared war to Poland. Why? Because some days before the invasion of Poland, they signed the Ribbentrop-Molotov Pact. What was that pact? It was like a treaty between the Germans and the Soviet Union to not attack each other and to divide Europe in two. The German influence sphere and the Soviet influence sphere. The treaty says that Poland will be divided into East Poland to Russia and West Poland to Germany. Also that Finland will be ceded to Russia, not invaded, Romania to Germany, and that's the Ribbentrop-Molotov Pact, the division of Europe between the Soviets and the Germans. Later, meanwhile in Poland, the Germans have a plan, the Blitzkrieg. They had four armies, two in the south, two in the north. The first objective of the first Northern Army and the first Southern Army was to reach Brietzi was to reach Brietzi, dividing Poland in two. The second North and South Army was to reach Warsaw, to divide Poland in three. The tactic was too easy. The tanks will break the lines. Meanwhile, the motorized infantry will cover the flanks of the tanks, acting as spearheads. Then the infantry will try to push the flanks of the tanks to make the front bigger and bigger. Meanwhile, the other army will try to stop the advance, but it will advance in two directions, in too many directions in a short period of time. And then the Luftwaffe, the German Air Force, will be striking strategic points like airports to gain the air supremacy, the troops to help infantry, and the fabrics, the factories to damage, the infrastructure and production of the country, and that was the Blitzkrieg. The decisive Poland fact in the war was that the Polish think that the Germans will reconnect Austria, East Prussia, with the mainland of Germany, but no, they were going to Brest-Litovsk and Warsaw, divide Poland in too many parts. And 2 weeks after that, the Soviets declared war on Poland, and Poland was divided in two. Then, 2 months after that, well, actually, meanwhile, after the Poland capitulation, there was a period of time called the Funny War between the British Expeditionary Force in France Army and the German Army in the frontier between Germany and France, because there was no war. They were in trenches, no shooting each other like in World War I, Algeria and that stuff. They were like silence. They were only trenches. That was like a funny war they call. But in January, February, March, the Germans invade the Scandinavian nations, only two, Denmark and Norway. They invaded Denmark and Norway. The Germans conquered the entirety of Denmark without one casualty. All Denmark without casualties, without a death. Actually, the Denmark government surrendered like hours after the invasion because they see seamless to try to fight back the Germans. And actually, the Germans like that action. After they conquer all, they form like an autonomous state of Denmark because they conquer without death. Like the Denmark government see that they can fight the Germans, and they just let the Germans conquer all, and the Germans like that, and like a gift to do that, the Germans make the autonomous state of Denmark. Actually, when a state is conquered, they're like are bad with the people that are conquered, but with the Hitler and the German staff, like say that no, be peaceful with the Denmark, like be peaceful. They don't fight, they just are like us. Well, but the good thing of the Scandinavian invasion, or more accurately, the Operation Westerbork, was Norway. Denmark was objective to don't let the British, the Royal Navy enter to the Baltic Sea. That was why the Germans invaded Denmark. But Norway, why they invaded Norway? Wait. Well, sorry, I want to say two things, but the time just don't give me. Well, they invaded Norway because Swedish trade resources with Germany, and during the winter, the Baltic Sea freeze, and the only way that the Swedish steel made to Germany is with a Bergen port and Norway port. Now the Germans were scared that the Royal Navy blocked that port and Germany starved of resources like in World War I. But that didn't happen because Germany launched an attack in Norway. All of us have seen movies in the D-Day, the United States Canadian Forces, the Australian Forces, British Indian Forces, Canadian Forces, and a lot of forces is then landing. But a similar situation happened in Norway. The only thing that changed is that in this case the Germans were the part who is landing like the D-Day against the Norway forces, but Norway don't think that the Germans will invade it, so they were not protecting the cause. But Germany inevitably invade Norway with the help of the Kriegsmarine, the German Navy. Actually, the Kriegsmarine suffered so many losses invading Norway, and then Germany easily conquered Norway. But the thing that it was the first war that the British Army intervened. There were British expeditionary forces in Norway that actually literally go away when the Germans come because they can't stop them. They see, dude, they are invincible, they're unstoppable, and the British expeditionary force led Norway to its fate. Then, 2 months after, in May, the Great Operation of Germany started. The invasion of Belgium, Luxembourg, France, and what? Holanda. Well, the operation starts with this. The Germans will attack Belgium what are their names? Let me see. The Netherlands. The name is the Netherlands. I forgot it. Well, the invasion of the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, and France. The tactic was this. The Germans will invade Belgium and Netherlands at the same time with the Volksjäger. The Volksjäger were the German paratroopers. Then the British think that it will be the same tactic that the Germans used in World War I, pass through Belgium and Netherlands to get to Paris faster and easier. But this time, well, actually was a little similar the tactic, but was not the same tactic. Well, Germany invade the ports, the Rotterdam port with Volksjägers, blocking the way to British expeditionary forces to Netherlands. Then the German tanks get to Netherlands to block the Netherlands to Belgium and France. They encircle them and then kill them. But that was a false invasion. The great invasion, the original invasion, was to Dunkerque. Oh, no, Dunkerque. The Pass du Calais. Well, I don't know how to say it in French. The Pass du Calais. The tactic was to pass in the Ardennes forest. The Ardennes forest with tanks. The Allied forces think that that forest was impenetrable for tanks. But that doesn't stop the Wehrmacht. The Wehrmacht passed through the Ardennes forest, and when that passed, the Allies noticed and they were like, well, we are doomed. The Germans fought to pass this river, and then start the race to the coast. The Allied forces were like, oh my God, we need to get out of here right now. And the German Panzer Division started to run to the coast. The Allied forces were trying to stop them, but Germany is still going to the coast. And finally, the encirclement was made. 400,000 Allied troops were encirclement in the Pass du Calais, and some weeks after that, they were all concentrated in Dunkirk. And the fate of those soldiers were in Germany. But something happened. After all that action, the German tanks need some reparations. And so that's why the Germans don't push to Dunkirk with tanks. They will only actually the Luftwaffe too needs to repair its planes. So that gives time to the England forces to evacuate all their soldiers. The operation was Operation Diamond. After that, only 100,000 died, but other 300,000 get back to England. After that, France was over. The Germans broke the Maginot Line. The way to Paris was open. So Go Germany, go for Paris. It's your time. Just go and take Paris. And just go and take it. There's Paris. Take it. Good, you take it. Nice. Well, France, after that, France capitulated. Now, Poland, Denmark, Norway, Belgium, Netherlands, Luxembourg, and France are in German control. And to make it worse, Italy declared war to the Allies. Now, Britain needs to protect the Mediterranean to its colonies. To not just Iceland, Iceland. After that, the Battle of England starts. Operations and operations and operations and operations and operation of airplanes. The Battle of Britain was the battle of the England sky. If Germany win that battle of Britain, it was like 100% sure that Germany won't invade naval Britain. Britain had a navy a lot bigger than Germany. But the Germans can bring the whole navy down with naval bombers. So if Germany gets the air superiority, it was lost for the Allies. England will fall. But that doesn't happen. England fight back, and the German Reich lost the Battle of Britain. After that, it starts my favorite part of the war, the North African campaign, with the Desert Fox Erwin Rommel. Actually, in the background you will hear the sound of the onset Rommel. In English, with our Rommel. In Spanish, avancemos con nuestro la canción. Well, sorry, the song of the division of the Africa Corps. Well, they tried to. The principal objective of the African Corps was to halt the British advance to the Libyan colony, the Italian colony of Libya. But in some time they did it so good that they could make it to the Suez Canal. Rommel was one of the greatest generals in history. But that doesn't take too long. The Germans invaded Yugoslavia. I will say invade Yugoslavia, Greece, and Albania because that was so easily that I don't think to say actually. There was like just brute force. That's tough. Then it comes a very good operation, the Operation Barbarossa. It's the biggest military operation in all human history. Three fronts: North Front, Central Front, and Southern Front. The Northern Front, its objective was to take Leningrad. The Central Front was to take Moscow, and the Southern part was to take Kiev and all Ukrainian food to the soldiers' needs. Ukrainian need to have some food. That's that. Well, actually, I would put some videos right now of how the Germans actually managed the Soviet forces, crush them. They make it suffer, but it's like because the Germans had less tanks, less troops, less airplanes at the beginning. But they actually like managed to control the Soviet forces. The Soviet forces had better tanks than the German tanks, but the Germans were incredible tactically and strategically superior to the Soviets. The Soviets had a lot more factories, but the Germans managed to control the Soviet army somehow. Well, not somehow, the Blitzkrieg do it. But they reach the nearest of Moscow. And good one, Japan. Good one. Bomber Harbor. This is when our protagonist, the USA, enters the war. But I think that people never think if Japan bombed the United States, why Germany and Italy were at war with the United States. Actually, I don't mean that people actually know why. they think that, oh, Germany, actually Japan was not in the Axis. It was like in their own faction with Manchuria, Menguko, the Ashanko prosperity sphere. Well, actually they were in the Axis, but they were in the Tripiac and the three-party pact that shows that if someone get in war with the other will enter in that war, like Japan bombs the United States, Germany and Italy will declare war to USA, and that's why Germany and Italy declare war to the US. Actually, I think if Germany will never declare war to the USA, they will maybe have a probability to win World War II. Because I think when Germany declared war to Soviets and USA, the war was over for them, nothing to do. But they do it, and now we will talk about our protagonists. First, the USA will land in Vichy, France, Morocco, and push back the Germans. The British will push the Germans in Egypt and east of Libya, and the United States in Algeria and the west of Libya. Finally, get the Germans out of Africa in the Battle of Tunis. Then, the things will turn back the Germans in Russia with Stalingrad. They failed at Stalingrad, they lost. Like, I don't remember, but I think there were like 300,000 troops. Entire army, the sixth army, lost. Were captured prisoners. They just lost. Then British and U.S. forces air forces start to bomb German factories. But if I tell you that before that Germany has air superiority a lot, well, United States is in America. It's like a lot of kilometers away of Germany, a lot, and they can produce planes. Producing planes without the fear of they will dead. And the Germans and the British will bombard each other with their air bombers. They bomb their factory of planes so they can produce a lot of planes. And you think they have a lot of factories producing planes with the fear of death, meanwhile producing planes. So the Allies gain air superiority in all of Europe, and they start bombing Berlin, Dresden, Munich, Austria, Czechoslovakia, all the German territories. But actually, I think in this bomber, the U.S. and British forces, the demons. I think that it was the Dresden city that the U.S. and British bomb and killed thousands of civilians, and that city don't even have military industry, not even forces, nothing military. They were just civilian people there, no soldiers, no fabrics, no nothing. So why they bomb it there? Why? I don't know. Then the Allies land in Sicily, and Italy capitulates. They need to Mussolini, go to north, and that's the Italy surrender. Now, our great Hollywood theater, and then the D-Day happened. British, US, Canadian, Australian, New Zealand, the Indian side, South African, and all allied countries land in Normandy. I don't know what the people think, that was only the USA. Oh, USA, the London Normandy, I'm retarded. No. Canadians do it too, New Zealanders do it too. Actually, I think some Mexicans do it too. Some, actually, a lot of countries, not just USA. No. Actually, I think that the World War II was won by the Soviet Union. Actually, the Soviet Union World War II. They were the main front. No, USA. No. Why do you think that? No. Look at this graphics. The Soviet lost more people. No. Just say it, you know. It's like, we don't really inside it. We don't even the war. We don't know nothing of the war. They're like, oh, did they? But why did it happen? Because Germans. No, no. You don't even know the Germans with France, and you say that you say win the war. You just do that. You just don't do that. Well, after that, the US force, the Allied forces invade. Well, reconquer France, and then the Operation Lion. I think it was called Operation Lion. The Operation Lion was another landing in the south of France to make a lot more France to the Germans. The Germans were like, well, actually the German generals, at this time they know that the war will be like, oh my god, why are we fighting war? Why are we just surrender? We could love. But Hitler and all this, nine capitulation, the soldati, capitulación horror. That's stuff. The patriotic speech of the Germans. With Hitler that they will turn the war, but that never happened. Berlin will fall to the Soviets. Paris will fall to be reconquered to the Allied forces. Then the Ardennes battle. Then they cross the Rhine River. They invade actually German land, original German land. They find concentration camps. They are like, oh my god, that really German do this? Actually, I think that the Polish make more advances, more water than the French. Because the Polish, actually the British, were not the British that disencrypted the Enigma code. Actually were the Polish, because the Polish actually made all the stuff. Only like the the last part made the British, because the Polish fall man while doing that. And that's that's the history. This is the story or history, I don't know. But later, Ardennes battle happened. Germany lost Luxembourg, France, Belgium, Netherlands, and Poland. And finally, the famous picture of that flag in the Reichstag. And then the Cold War starts, and then the Vietnam War, the Korean War, and then the Soviet Union falls. I know we are in Syria fighting Al Qaeda, and actually we are not fighting that, but the Soviet Union and the USA are doing again another war. They guys love the war. They are like, oh my god, I love war. I want to be in any international trouble. I love they love war. Actually, I think that they are a couple. They love war. They should match each other. But that's not the point. I will go and you will see my video. Actually, I don't know how I will do the video. I'm talking, then I will edit and do that whole thing. I think my video will be like a documental, because it will take like 30 minutes and I will spend hours editing. So I want my pen. I lost my geography tablet. Well, I need to go enjoy this video. Well, you actually enjoy it. Well, actually, you will not reach the final, but it's okay. I just want to pass to prep. Bye.